Hi, my name is Zoran. I work head of safety compliance and fleet maintenance. I'm with ET since September 2022. I really love my job here with the company. So today we'll be reviewing a few videos. I don't know anything about the videos. I'll be looking at the videos and then it will be kind of my reaction and kind of judgment. What could have been done better, what driver did wrong or someone else did something wrong, how he could have kind of avoid whatever happened. But I'm not aware of what I'm going to see in the videos. So let's look at it. Oh. So on the first one that I'm looking, obviously the driver didn't kind of judge properly the turning radius of the vehicle. He should have go outside, assess the pace that he has to make the proper turn around the two yellow posts. So he just didn't pay attention. He should have go and make more wider turn if there was a space. If there was no space, then he needs to talk to the person on site. Why would you continue going after you already climbed the two yellow posts, continue dragging the trailer in the park? It's something else, so obviously it's not an acceptable behavior. 110% driver fault, but probably there's something else to that story why he just decided something's not right, something's not adding up here. The transport truck, the driver didn't signal that he's making a right turn, and the car was not aware that he's going to decide to make a right turn. I don't think that the car was in a blind spot, was way back, so the driver should have seen the car. This is 100% his fault. He should have seen the car, stop, slow down, let the car go through, and then make the right turn, but he should have positioned himself before that. But sometimes, unknown area, etc., but he should have positioned himself before that. Let's see now what this guy is going to bring. So this video, it's what we see on a daily basis. There's zero fault in the driver, truck driver, transport driver. On a daily basis, we see through our trucks and cameras how drivers in a passenger vehicles, they don't check the blind spots. Second, they don't know how to behave around transport trucks, and they just simply cut them off. There's nothing else that the truck could have done, the truck driver. He did react the way he did react because the driver he turned the signal, but he couldn't react any differently. This is 110% fault of the passenger vehicle.
Meu Deus do céu, cara, o cara não tem noção.
So the gentleman with the container, first of all, probably he missed multiple signs of a low bridge. Number two, you can see when you're approaching the bridge and there's a sign on top of the bridge of the height, it's obviously not matching the height of your trailer or container. Luckily in all of that, it's a steel container, and from what I saw, there's no, initially structural damage to the bridge because he was not driving fast. But definitely he missed probably multiple signs about the low bridge. And most likely there is no left turn for a tractor trailer, except probably 3-ton trucks, smaller trucks. But then this is driver fault. This transport truck, the van and the car, I would say this is definitely a transport truck fault, the driver. Since they're merging from a ramp into the highway, he should have slowed down because the car was already on the right-hand side, but it was also in a blind spot. He might not see it, but he should have kind of slowed down to let the passenger vehicle to merge because the right lane is ending for that vehicle. If the vehicle was a little bit towards the back, they should slow down, let the transport truck go. But in this case, it was almost in front of him. He should have slowed down, leave space for the vehicle to merge, continue straight, and avoid the massive accident that happened involving the van as well. Definitely the pickup truck is at fault. Probably there's a story why, and the people will react differently, but the driver shouldn't react the way he reacted to move, push the vehicle, etc. You just need to slow down and back off because, again, you're going to be found at fault and you might be charged. So in this case, you should not keep pushing because you're frustrated because of the pickup truck, because you cannot control what the pickup truck does. You can control your truck. So you can slow down, back off a little bit. Don't get involved in these kind of situations because they can end up really badly. Oh. So this with the Western Express truck, it's obvious that the truck is in a residential area. Most likely, I cannot see, but most likely there were signs as a no truck route because it's residential. Maybe an experienced driver just followed the GPS. That's what GPS told me. Probably he didn't have a proper GPS that is designed for transport trucks. He ended up in the wrong side of the town, in the wrong area.
What happens when someone's in that situation? What happens next? Like, how do they get out?
I mean, call to the safety department. I'm here. I went through a wrong lane. Maybe calling the shipper receiver. It depends where you go. If it's nearby, they can help you and guide you, best route to get to them. Sometimes transport trucks can go through this kind of areas if they have a delivery or a pickup, and that's the shortest route from the regular road to the shipper receiver. So they can take this kind of roads as well, as long as there are no low bridges, etc. When you start approaching this kind of area, you should question. We had a situation with our own driver. I'm not in the right area. I should really stop and then call for help to see where am I going? Am I in the right route? It will happen. They go to new places, new cities, and they can end up going in the wrong area. But that's why we are here as a safety department. Give us a call and then we'll help you to get out of this situation. I did see many situations when drivers are changing the lanes, not paying attention to the mirrors, not checking properly, but he's passing the car. So either he was not paying attention when he passed the car that the car is there and he just decided to change the lane, didn't pay attention to the mirrors. That's the only outcome. Otherwise, how you cannot see the vehicle that you're passing and you're changing lane that you're gonna smash that vehicle into the other transport truck. Passenger vehicles are traveling at the high speed. They drive 75, 80 miles an hour. And they can approach to you very fast. So you need to make sure you have enough clearance when you're changing the lane, signaling. Not that always they're gonna give you an advantage for you to change the lane, but checking the mirrors, it's really, really crucial, important to avoid major accidents. So here's a perfect example that I mentioned with the previous truck with the chassis. When the drivers are not checking the mirrors properly and on time, this is 110% driver fault. Drivers are either distracted and they don't pay attention, or they just simply don't check the mirrors and they change the lane and the vehicle is all in the blind spot. Obviously the Jetta, and many times it's happening, they're braking, doing the brake checks right in front of the transport trucks. The driver, as I said before, we had one video, don't let them to get the best out of you. You gotta kind of slow down and back off, because you're gonna end up being involved in an accident, injuries, etc. We do have a proof in a video here, but also the driver he should have controlled his truck better and then slow down. You can control how you drive, how you behave, not the other vehicles. This one was bad. So it's really hard from the video to see if the lights at the railroad crossing were on and flashing to notify the driver. It should be, but I cannot see it very well from the video. So if you have a stop sign and then you have the railroad tracks, you need to stop in front of the railroad tracks, look at the left and right that there are no trains coming because once you get to the stop sign, it's so close to the railroad track, your trailer will be halfway into the railroad track. So definitely this is driver fault. Thank you so much for the invitation to comment on a few of those videos. It's really a pleasure if I can bring some knowledge or help with the driver awareness and the safety on the roads, because we pretty much dedicate our careers to the safety of the truck drivers and the other passengers on the roads. We need to be really more patient and more cautious when we operate the vehicles. We need to understand what is happening around us all the time. Split second, it can change our life and lives of the rest of the people involved in such accidents. Drive safe, and I hope you like the video, and I'm looking forward to making more videos with ET. Bye.